gone, y'all. He gone, Lord Jesus, he gone. Why you have to take him so soon, Lord? He had so much more to do. He had so much more hair to grow back. He didn't even get a chance to go see the dentist about his teeth. They had a vaccine. We just got the Moderna. We all know he had got the Johnson and Johnson. He could have got the Moderna, but Alicent didn't want him to get it. Lord Jesus. Lord. What I'm gonna do, Lord? He gone, Jesus. He gone. He gone. Viserys is gone, Lord. He gone. Ooh, y'all, he gone. It's your girl Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea All Shade House of the Dragon Season 1 Episode 9 review, y'all. Ooh, I don't know if I'm able to get through this. I don't know if I'm able to do it. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. If y'all don't know, I hate to break the news to you, but King Viserys, OG Crip, he passed away. I went in this morning to give him some milk of the poppy and a little oatmeal, to put something on his stomach, And when I went in there, y'all, he was just laying just peacefully. When the breath in his little body, it was gone. It was gone, y'all. It was gone. So I just couldn't compose myself. So I had one of the little homies go and tell everybody what happened, because I needed to go lay down for a minute so I could compose myself, And after I got myself together, I learned that Alicent found out the news, the queen. And she went to go tell her daddy, and for a minute they wanted to keep things under wraps. They didn't want nobody to find out. They were trying to figure out, the will and everything, who was going to get what, who was going to get this piece of china, who was going to get this bit of silver. They was trying to hoard everything and, see who was going to get what before Rhaenyra and them got over there. And they were just going to get them the scraps. Now, I didn't think that was right. That's that man's daughter. She deserved to have her father's things. You know what I'm saying? But, I just work at the palace. That's all I do. I don't really get to say much. I just make sure I do my job and I keep my head down. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no problems out of nobody, especially with niggas like Sir Christian on the loose. But we gonna get to him in a minute. Child, I heard, because I had my ear up to the door, Alicent tell her daddy that King Viserys told her right before he died that he wanted Aegon to be on the throne. And I was like, Now, I done been working here for a good little minute now. And I know everybody up in this damn palace. I done sat down and had talks with Viserys, every blue moon. He had me sit down and, watch as he, building his little fake city and shit. And, me and him, they had a little kiki once or twice. And he ain't never uttered the words that he wanted Aegon to run Westeros. He had told me on several occasions that boy got that demon spirit in him. He got a little bit of, that King Harris, that Tip, T.I. and Tiny son spirit in him. And, he ain't got no act right. He disrespectful. He insubordinate. You know what I'm saying? He out here smoking weed and Molly and Oxy and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? And got pulled over by the police several times. He told me that boy ain't ready. He ain't ready for responsibility. You know what I'm saying? He always kept it 100 with me. He said, I want my daughter Rhaenyra to run things. You know what I'm saying? She responsible. She know how to budget well. She know how to do budget cuts. You know what I'm saying? She truthful. She honest. honest, she loyal. You know what I'm saying? I raised her right. You know what I'm saying? Her little brothers and them, they still on their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they ready. So when I heard Alicent telling her daddy this, I'm like, yo, bruh, you tripping. Aegon, that nigga barely graduated. He's still in the 6th grade and that nigga like 17. Like, girl, no. But I knew, they was going to run with that shit. And of course they did. So, I was, sweeping outside the door when, all the heads of state came in for a little impromptu meeting so they could find out, what the dealio was. And, Alicent broke the news that, Viserys, done gone on, high heaven with with Queen Elizabeth and Philip and all of them and Diana, and how he told her that he wanted Aegon to run shit, and his player partner, was like, man, get the fuck out of here. Now, I play a lot of games, but Aegon being the successor ain't one of them. I done known Viserys longer than all you motherfuckers. Me and him went to school together back in 75. You know what I'm saying? And I know damn well he ain't say he wanted Aegon to run shit. No, we not gonna do that. And I don't believe it. He gonna say this shit before he died and the only person that heard it was his bitch? Nah. Nah. And as he talking, y'all, next thing I know, Sir Christian crazy ass gonna talk about some sit down and push that old ass man down so hard that his face smashed into his 8-ball. And next thing I know, this nigga was dead. And I'm like, oh shit. What is wrong with this nigga? Where is his mama? What in the who did not love that man? What is going on? I hurried up and got my ass from away from that door. Cause I ain't want to be next on that nigga list. But his commander, stepped up, was like, hey yo, put down your sword and get out your garment. Your ass is fired. And he was like, I will not, on behalf of my queen. You ain't gonna tell me what the fuck to do. And it took for Alicent to tell that nigga to fall the fuck back. And I was like, oh, yo, that nigga done gone rogue at this point. Like, I low-key heard through the streets, you know what I'm saying? Because the streets of Westeros be talking, y'all. And the streets told me that nigga on that water. He on that water. He on that water real bad because he still ain't got over the fact that Rhaenyra gave him that little young tenderoni pussy, you know what I'm saying, and still didn't want to, make it official, you know what I'm saying, because he wanted her to meet him at the altar in her white dress. And see, that was never what she wanted. She was out here just trying to, have a hot girl summer, and he was trying to wife her for life, and they were just on 2 totally different pages, and that nigga still stuck, and now that nigga on that water, you know what I'm saying? And it's a sad thing. It's a sad thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what was even wilder? They ain't even remove dude's body. Just let him later. I felt like there was a, intimidation tactic. You know what I'm saying? Well, the tactic worked because I was intimidated. Meanwhile, Alicent learned that them niggas on the city council never had no plans to let Rhaenyra rule. They was already plotting to put Aegon on the throne anyway. So she like, yo, all this been going on behind my back, bruh. And her daddy was like, we ain't even want to burden you with this shit. And so she looking like, yo, y'all niggas is wildin' like a motherfucker. Then the rest of the city council hip her to the fact that, yo, we can't keep Rhaenyra and her folks alive, to build an army to contest this shit. She gonna have to go to jail or die. And she like, oh, word? That's how far this shit thing got already? Cause I know she ain't gonna bend the knee. And we know damn well Daemon ain't gonna bend no motherfucking knee. So she like, we gotta kill him for real? For real? And they like, yeah, that's the only way we gonna be able to do this shit. Like, you gonna either be on board or you gonna be or right there with her. It's either get down or lay down. Which one you on? You on some state property shit or you on some menace to society type shit? Meanwhile, while they in the meeting, Alicent had told her handmaid, yo, just keep this, on the low. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to figure some shit out. But, you know what I'm saying? The maid, still, plead her loyalty to the fam. So she done basically put out the bat signal by lighting some candles in the window to let motherfuckers know the king is motherfucking dead. Ding dong, the witch is gone. You know what I'm saying? Somebody fly a kite on over to the Dragonstone and let Rhaenyra know shit is going down over this motherfucker. So meanwhile, back in the city council meeting, Alicent like, y'all, nah, y'all taking this shit too far. Y'all on some real crazy type time right about now. That man loved his daughter. Me and her, had our little, differences throughout the years. But at the same time, we ain't gotta murk her. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just doing too much. Like, that's way too much. But her daddy like, hey, yo, Sir Christian and y'all, head on over to Dragonstone. Do what you gotta do. Be quiet about the shit. Be efficient about the shit. And let's get this shit popping. And the head commander like, fuck that. Fuck that. Y'all got me fucked up. I ain't participating in this bullshit. Nah, nigga. I'd rather quit. Y'all motherfuckers have to kill me before I go kill her. Dude was like, I'm the king's guard. There ain't no king right about now. So I ain't got no business here. I'm putting in my 2 weeks notice and I'm the fuck up out of here, bruh. Cause y'all on some different type time right about now. So then next thing you know, we see Alicent go looking for Aegon, her and her daddy. And Helena like, he ain't here. And he was like, they was like, we went looking in his other rooms. He ain't there neither. So she just put her head down like, well, I don't know what to tell you. You know that nigga be out here fucking. He probably in one of the whorehouses. So Sir Otto stormed the fuck out because he know that he drunk somewhere laid up probably with some bitch. And so Helena like, what's going on? And as her mom about to tell her, she quickly tells her mama there's a beast underneath the floor. And her mama looking like her. She go, she on her, autistic type shit, because she don't really know what to do with her. But she really telling her like, bitch, it's some shit underneath this floor and it's about to go down. And then Aemon, old one-eyed ass, coming there because he done found out what the hell is going on. And that nigga is so power hungry. He was excited about this shit, probably low key that his daddy gone. So after that, I got wind that Sir Otto went and, ran up on Aegon's bodyguard and was like, where my grandson at? And he was like, yo, I don't know. He evades me. He uses his authority. He abuses it. I don't know where that motherfucker at. I just know he dipped off into the city real quick. And I was like, see, I told you. I knew he was laid up with some whore. And so he was like, look, take your ass out there in the city, find my motherfucking grandson, bring him back, go in disguise. Don't let nobody know what you doing, not even the queen. And when you find him, bring him directly to me and me only. And I was like, everybody in this motherfucker is deceptive. You can't trust nobody. Child, Rhaenys then wake up, child, to find out that her ass been locked inside her room. She can't get the fuck out. She locked up. They won't let her out. So she peek out the window like, what the fuck is going on? What have you? What the fuck? And she see everybody scurrying and shit with the guards. And so she peeping game that some shit is going down around here. We see all the amazing shit being locked up. And I'm like, what they do? Why they in trouble? What the fuck? So I guess it's like anybody that was like pledged their allegiance to the Targaryens, they ain't fucking with them. I don't know. But the shit just wasn't right. It was taking me back to when COVID first popped off and Trump ass was putting everybody in them damn concentration camps and shit. It was giving me very much ISIS. You know what I'm saying? It was making me real nervous. So Sir Christian then go and tell Alicent that, Sir Eric gone and look for Aegon in the city. So she was like, look, he know my son's whereabouts. So that means he got to up on us. I need for you to go into the city and bring him to me. Cause the 7 kingdoms depend on it. And she was like, whatever feelings you got for me, do this for me. And I was like, I knew y'all been fucking. I knew y'all been fucking this whole time. He couldn't get Rhaenyra, so he gonna get, her basically her doppelganger. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't get her, so I'll settle for you. Oh, settle for less ass nigga. So Aemon was like, yo, I'm gonna go with him. And she was like, no, I do not wish you to do that. And he was like, mama, I know my brother. I know where this nigga be hiding out and shit. He down there, you know what I'm saying, at One Oak, popping bottles with bitches. I know where my nigga at. Let me go around with my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring him back to you. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Sit back and relax. Puff a L. You know what I'm saying? Get you a glass of Moscato and just chill out for a second. So then I got a text, right, from one of my homegirls that worked down at Magic City, that she heard through the grapevine that Sir Christian and Aemon came down to the spot looking to see if Aegon was there. But, you know, the bitch at the door was like, nah, he don't fuck with us. He like something else. You know what I'm saying? Something we can't provide. So I was like, oh my God. He like dick too? Ooh, is that what's going on? Our future king like dick, bitch. Oh, hell no. So she told me, you know, she was looking at Aemon like, what's good? Like, you done grew the fuck up. You kind of cute now. What's good? Huh? Come see me sometime. Then, you know, I was, you know, my lunch break was over. So I had to, you know, start back sweeping and mopping and shit. And I just so happened to go past the throne room and I saw Sir Otto telling all the, you know, mayors and, you know, governors and shit, you know, you gonna have to bend your knee and pledge your allegiance to the king and not Rhaenyra. And it was a couple motherfuckers that was like, fuck that. Nah, I ain't, you know, no switching ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no two-faced motherfucker. I pledged my allegiance to Rhaenyra and that's what the fuck it's gonna be. So he was like, all right. Next thing you know, the motherfuckers got locked up too. Now, I just knew it was gonna be some off with your head type time, but he wasn't even on it. And I was like, thank God. But I hurried up and ran. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't want nobody to know that I was walking around sneaking and eavesdropping and shit, ear hustling. So y'all, Sir Eric and his brother, you know, roaming through the city. They still looking for Aegon. And then they hear a bunch of, you know, yelling and cheering and shit. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So they told me that they go into this little, you know, hole in the wall spot and it's like some fight club type shit going on, but with kids, y'all, some little 10-year-old little kids in the ring fighting for folks' pleasure. And these people had these kids grow their nails out and file their teeth to make them more formidable to fight. And I'm like, what kind of sick Jeffrey Dahmer type shit is this? I thought I was watching HBO, not Netflix. What in the hell is going on? So Sir Eric tell his brother, like, yeah, this the type of shit Aegon like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really know if we want that little sick motherfucker to be king. And so he pointed his head like, look. And it's one of his little shorties. Like, this motherfucker out here got kids outside of Helena's. And he was like, yeah, it's probably more than that, you know, roaming the fuck around. And I'm like, so he be having his own kids out there fighting and shit for their life? What kind of shit is going on here? Somebody get y'all on the goddamn hotline. So while Sir Eric and his brother going back and forth about the fact that Aegon is not fit to rule, this girl walk up on them like, yo, I know where you can find Aegon before a price. And they like, girl, bitch, who is you? And she was like, look, somebody sent me to tell you I know where that motherfucker at. Either you gonna give us some dough or fuck it. So they like, really know about this bitch. She kind of cute. Fuck it. We ain't got no other leads. Let's just go ahead and follow this hoe. Cute little girl though. So we then see the guards and stuff confiscate this old dude or whatever, and said that, you know, it felt like he was trying to flee to go and warn Rhaenyra of what the fuck was going on. And dude was like, I don't give a fuck about no fucking Rhaenyra. And they was like, well, where you was going in such a rush? He ain't had no answer. I was like, nigga, you couldn't say you had a doctor's appointment or something? Like, what the fuck? Like, you couldn't think of a lie? So they lock his ass the fuck up. And Viserys was the one that put Otto up on game. And so Otto thanks him. He was like, yeah, I saw, you know, you spent a lot of late nights with my daughter. And he was like, I can make those late nights worth your while. And so Sir Otto was looking at him like, oh, word. That's what we on right now? Oh, okay. And I was like, see, you was a sly dog, you was a sly dog. Alicent set up here and trusted you all these damn years, and you just so willing to give away all her secrets to her daddy. You just gonna pledge your allegiance to whoever can get you to where you need to be in the moment. I can't wait for your ass to die. I cannot wait. He give me little finger type vibes. And I was like, yeah, it's time for you to go already. Meanwhile, Aemond, all up in his fee-fees, because he like, I'm the Prince Harry of this shit. I'm the one that did all the work, ride the biggest dragons, you know what I'm saying? Did all the studying, went to war. And meanwhile, my brother just get to do what the fuck he want to do. He don't even want to be king. And if my ass went missing and y'all came to find me, please believe I will be found. Like, I need to be king. Why he get to be fucking king? And I was like, oh, jealous are we, girl? Jealous. Fellas, there's a jealous girl in our town. Ooh, baby. Shit, it was damn near afternoon by the time Alicent went to go check on Rhaenys. And Rhaenys was like, can somebody please tell me why the fuck I've been locked up in this damn room all fucking day? I ain't had breakfast, nothing. Y'all are so rude. This how y'all treat y'all guests? I could have been at Driftmark for this. And so she was like, sorry that we didn't give you the grand hello, good morning ceremony that you wanted. So she was like, oh shit, it's the king. So at that moment, she realized that her cousin is dead. And she was like, yeah, girl, he gone. He gone. He went in his sleep. It was quick. He died in his sleep. That's the best way, God could have taken him. We already done called the funeral home. They done came to pick him up. We planning the funeral right now. You know what I'm saying? Got the wake and everything together. Everything is in order. We handling it, but regardless, girl, I need you to, back me up. And she was like, you gonna put Aegon on the throne? She was like, yeah, that was his dying wish, and I'm gonna do what he wished for me to do. And I need for you to back me up on this. And she like, girl, so you mean to tell me that you gonna continue to abdicate for these sorry, lousy ass men? You ain't never saw yourself on the throne, Alicent? Huh, girl? And Alicent sitting there like, on some Joanne the Scammer type shit, looking like, that does sound enticing. You know what, though? Nope. I'm going to continue to be goody two-shoe Alicent and do everything by the book. So when you got an answer for me, ring that bell. Until then, girl, you're going to be locked up in here. And I can't let you know whether or not you gonna even get dinner. So your ass gonna either give me an answer, or we gonna starve your ass the fuck out. It's up to you, girl, because I'm gonna eat good whether or not. So Sir Eric and his brother, sent Sir Otto a text letting them know that we got word where Aegon might be. So he came down to the city and met with Masira. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And the little, cute little black girl. And he was like, where is the prince? And she was like, I got him tucked away. Where's my money? So they give her, her coins or whatever. She was like, good, I'm going to use this when I go play the slots later on tonight. And so she was like, I just want to let you know that when you put your grandson on the throne, I was the one that put him there. Okay? I could have easily killed his ass. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I got you. I will not forget. But I was like, I thought she was Damon, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Is she gonna switch sides at some point and be on Damon's side again? What's up with that? But they so wrapped up in their conversation that they didn't even peep game that Sir Christian and Aemon is off in the cut watching a whole conversation go down. Viserys ended up telling them, of course, where he was at, and they find his ass hiding underneath a stone table with a bunch of candles and shit. And he's talking about, I want my mama and shit. And I'm like, you puss ass nigga. And he was like, I don't want to be king. I ain't suited for it. And so dude was like, oh my God, you's the most complaining motherfucker. You know how many people wish they was in your shoes? Meanwhile, I don't know if it was Sir Eric or his brother it was her. Was it Sir Eric? It might have been Sir Eric that was like, look, I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't even give a fuck about this nigga. He don't need to be my king. So whichever one of the brothers had that nigga hemmed up and was about to escort him back to the palace, when Sir Aemond and Sir Christian pulled up on him like, aha, got you, hand that motherfucker over. So Aegon ended up breaking loose from dude and running. Aemon running after him, tackle that motherfucker. And then Sir Christian and one of the brothers, I don't know who which was which, got to fucking acting like they was in fucking Star Wars and shit and get to hitting each other with the swords and all of that bullshit. And at the end of it, Sir Christian ended up getting the best of dude. And he was like, where your brother at? And meanwhile, his brother was like, man, y'all can have that shit. And he left. I was like, damn, you just gonna leave your brother like that? What if he would have killed him? And so Aegon telling his brother, like, we can, sell off in the middle of the night. Ain't nobody got to find us. And he spit in his brother's face and all types of shit. And Sir Christian was like, look, your mama wants you, child. Let's the fuck go. And he gave his brother the nastiest look like, you gonna fucking regret this. Like, you could have fucking saved me and you chose not to. I'm gonna remember this. I'm really gonna remember this. And it was also giving me like they done fucked each other once or twice type of vibes too. Once Alicent got Aegon in her grasp, she goes to let her daddy know, yo, I got my son. He gonna be king by the morning. I'm gonna name him the Conqueror. He gonna take his daddy's sword, to rep House Targaryen. And he was like, girl, I thought I raised you to be a gangster. All this you trying to have a heart type shit. This ain't the 5 heartbeats, ho. And she was like, just because I don't want to murder somebody, like, death is not the, the end all be all for everything, daddy. Like, damn. She was like, I'm gonna give Rhaenyra the opportunity to make a choice. And he was like, you need to at least imprison her ass. And she was like, if I need to, I'll do that. But right about now, I'm going to at least give her the option of bending the knee. Like, god damn, like, you just cold-hearted. So she ended up leaving out the room and heading into her own room because she need a drink at this point because she had a day. She has had a day. And lo and behold, Larry's ass is in her fucking room. And she like, now I got to tend to this nigga. So him and his fucked up foot sit down and let her know that, you ever wonder how your daddy found Aegon before you did? And he was like, because your head bitch, your head handmaid, got ties to the city. And she got some little hoes that work for her around here, and they all got ties to the city too, and that's how they get information. And he was like, and your daddy know this, and he keep the shit in play because it's beneficial to him at points. So he was like, if you want to get basically a one up on your daddy, you need to cut the head off the snake, meaning Talia. She got to fucking go, because if she die, then them other hoes ain't gonna know what to do with theyself. So Alicent sitting there like, oh my God, I just talked to my daddy about not killing folks, and here this man go telling me I need to kill somebody. Like, everybody just want me to kill somebody. So mind you, her shoes are off, and her bare feet are exposed. And he just keep on looking at her feet. And I was like, oh, so this nigga got a foot fetish because one of his feet fucked up. So, she's showing him her feet and shit. Then she turned around and facing the side. She's facing sideways. So he still got a view of her feet or whatever. And so this motherfucker started jacking off while she's sitting there. And I was like, oh, so this is what they do. He fulfills her wish, gives her some type of tea, and then in return, she let him jack off while she show her feet. And I was like, Alicent, this is what your life has become, girl. Like, you the queen, and you allowing this 1 foot motherfucker to sit up here and jack off to your feet. You ought to be ashamed, bitch. So all this time, Rhaenys still in her room because she was like, bitch, I ain't conceding to shit. Next thing you know, she hears Sir Eric like, let me the fuck in here. So he go in the room and tell her, put on this cloak because we about to dip, because I'm not about to let these folks do this type of shit to you. So he helped her escape. They get to the city, And he tell her, like, you can't get on your dragon because they gonna be expecting it. You gotta sneak off into one of these boats so you can get back to your crib or whatever. But in the midst of him trying to, help her escape, shit is hot in the streets. So it's security everywhere. And they, treating the po folks, all bad and shit. And they end up losing each other in the damn crowd. And I was like, man, if this shit about to be the same shit like what happened to Arya ass, I'm like, girl, why you steady walking with the crowd? Why you just didn't go lean up against the wall? Like, come on, Rhaenys, your ass is too fucking old to be this damn stupid. So while all this shit is going on, child, the streets is in a fury. It's like some Black Lives Matter shit going down in the streets. And Alicent and Aegon is in the whip heading to his crowning, his commencement speech or whatever the fuck he about to do. And he like, I don't want this shit. Daddy didn't want me to have this. And she was like, yes, he did. That was his last dying wish. He was like, dude, if he wanted me to be king, he had 20 years to fucking do it. He wanted Rhaenyra. And so she ended up showing him the knife that his daddy carried all the time. The same one that Arya used, later on to kill the Night King. And he was like, yo, don't fuck with me. Don't fuck with me. Like, don't do that. And she was like, I'm dead ass. Like, he wanted you to be fucking king. So he take the knife and he was like, do you love me? And she was like, you fucking imbeciles. Don't ask me no stupid shit like this. All the shit we done did, all the dirt we done did, all the lies we done told to get your ass here. Don't fucking ask me no stupid shit like that. Now listen, your damn granddaddy gonna want you to kill your sister. I'm telling your ass, don't do it. All right? Don't do this stupid shit. It's gonna make it worse. You crackhead, you. She can't stand him. So instead of trying to hide while all this shit is going on and make her way to a boat, Rhaenys ass decides to follow the crowd and head to the fucking church to see what the fuck is going on. I was like, bitch, if you get caught, if you die, that's your fucking fault because you stupid. So pretty much all of Westeros is gathered and Sir Otto let everybody know that Viserys has died. People didn't really care that much. I sure know I didn't anymore. I had my good cry. But, I was over it. But, everybody was like, oh, so sad. Okay. And then, he let them know that, but it's a joyous day because Aegon is going to be new king. And at first, everybody was looking like, the fuck? I thought it was going to be Rhaenyra. But you know what? This ain't none of our business. We just pay our taxes and do what the fuck we got to do. And they gave him a little round of applause. And so then Aegon came out and they started the blessing ceremony, child. And Rhaenys finally got some act right and dipped the fuck off. And I was like, about time, bitch. So reluctantly, child, and to much of our dismay, Aegon has been declared the new king, child. And everybody started cheering. And I'm looking like, y'all so fucking fake. Y'all don't even like him. He didn't even get all the electoral votes. He swindled his way into the goddamn seat just like Trump did. And y'all just sitting up here capping for this nigga. And now, since he done got a few cheers and shit, this motherfucker on stage grandstanding feeling himself. I'm like, you are not Michael Jackson. Like, put your arms down. And next thing you know, it's a big ass commotion and a fucking explosion. I was like, haven't y'all learned to stay out this goddamn chapel? It's always some weird shit and explosions going down in this fucking chapel. And Rhaenys come exploding in her armor from underneath the ground. And I was like, Helena tried to tell y'all. She told you. You ain't want to listen, Alicent. There was a beast underneath the goddamn floor. Okay? And so everybody running for their damn life. Otto talking about some, open the door. Open the door. The enemy is here. Put the chains on the door. The enemy is here. I'm like, nigga, this ain't lean on me. The enemy is here. Nigga, you a Morgan Freeman. Sit your ass down somewhere. So she facing them looking like, yes, I'm the baddest bitch on my Trina shit. Little girl, you tried to, boss the fuck up, but I will always be the baddest. Day County up in this bitch. You got Rhaenys, Trina, and my dragon, Trick. Okay? Trick and Trina. Forever. Who gonna play with me? Not you. Oh, I thought somebody said something. I thought a hater said something. I thought y'all tried to lock me up and throw it away to keep. Nah, y'all got me fucked up. I'ma always find a way out. Okay? And they thinking that she about to burn them the fuck up. And they just anticipating and scared that this bitch about to say Dracarys, but she ain't even say it. But her dragon then decided, you know what, I ain't gonna burn y'all the fuck up today, but I am gonna blow this hot ass breath on y'all. And the damn dragon roar all up in their faces, and then she give them a dirty ass look, and then she skirt, back to Driftmark on her motherfucking dragon. Now you can't tell me Trick, the dragon, breath didn't smell like stale chitlins. I know his or her breath was funky as I don't know what. I just probably smelling like swamp ass, just disgusting. But I'm like, you know what, Rhaenys? Now I'm gonna blame you for this whole situation, because a war didn't even have to ensue. All you had to do right then and there was burn their asses the fuck up. Why the fuck didn't you do that? You could have deaded this shit right there. Rhaenyra could have took the crown, and all of this could have been a done fucking deal. If you would have just burned all the ops up right then and there. Dummy. Why did you not do that? This whole thing could have been done. So I'm blaming you, Rhaenys. So I need for you to be the first person that died, because you fucked up the whole damn thing. Now you made up a little power move, with coming up out the ground. That was some boss shit. You know what I'm saying? That was legendary, but you failed. You failed when you did not kill everybody. You failed, girl. So you ain't getting my vote at all. So that's my review on House of the Dragon season 1, episode 9. Phenomenal episode. A+, 10s across the boards. Everybody did the damn thing. Next week episode is going to be super lit. Let me know what y'all thought about tonight's episode down below in the comments section. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.